Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel video, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another end of the year list. So today, yesterday I did a video called 10 movies that I saw in the theater of 2021 ranked. Now we're going to be doing the movies that I missed in 2021 ranked. Because as you guys know, I'm a one guy. And there's 1,000 movies, only one day to watch it. And I can't see every movie in the world that comes out. So there's some movies that I miss. And granted, there's lots of movies that I missed this year that I probably haven't been able to see. And one of those movies are these 6 movies. Sometimes it's kind of part of Disney. Mostly these movies are on Disney. Saw them because of Disney Plus, and then others I saw later in the month when they came out on in the theater when they came out. With that said, let's go ahead and get started with this ranking. Now, to me, this was a fine sequel to the Venom film. Of course, I like all these movies that I saw that I missed, but this is easily my least favorite of all of them. Of course, the interactions between Venom and Eddie are, of course, still great. The way they kind of dive into the story of it feels kind of right in the way it's done. Clydia's Cassidy was very interesting, except when it gets to the Carnage part, it's not that all interesting when they create this whole wedding plot line. The end credits scene for this film is also great, as it kind of brings Venom into the MCU, but only to find out that they only take him out in Spider-Man No Way Home and return him back to his regular universe. But overall, this was kind of a disappointment, but I still liked it more than the original Venom. Just a little bit. Now, this is actually one of the missed films that I actually missed recently. As you guys know, it came out on Disney Plus Christmas Eve, and I actually enjoyed this movie. Granted, it's not one of Disney's best films, but it is an enjoyable piece of family entertainment. The animation is, of course, great. The music by Lin-Manuel Miranda is, of course, amazing. The characters themselves, I think, are pretty interesting. The big problem here is that the story just feels so weird, and that it doesn't really explain why all these characters have all these certain powers. And with the story of we don't talk about Bruno and that he has visions, it just gets so confusing in the end. And I do like those messages that kind of relate to Kung Fu Panda, but overall, this movie is just kind of weird, but I still do kind of like it. Now, this was a movie that, once again, I just think that this is a good animated film, and once again, much like Encanto, this was another animated film that came out on Disney Plus, and I actually liked this movie. I thought it related a lot. There was a lot of genre shifts between, like, it reminded me a little bit like Big Hero 6 because of the robot and this boy, especially how we actually got the guy that played Alberto in Luca, and the Shazam's Billy Batson's brother in Shazam. I thought that was nice. I also liked the animation of it. The story is kind of clever. There's some pretty clever jokes, and I thought it was just a heartwarming little cool adventure to have in this little futuristic world. Now, this was a movie that, honestly, I really enjoyed. Once again, first off, the interactions between Lin-Manuel Miranda. The interactions between The Rock and Emily Blunt are, of course, amazing. Like, both of them just have great chemistry with one another. and both of their characters get in on the little action sequences that happen. The visual effects in this movie are absolutely amazing. The twists and turns of The Rock actually being a god and being like 400 years old never really interested me, but overall I really enjoyed this movie, and especially how I'm a huge fan of the ride at Disney World. That makes it a little bit more special, so I really enjoyed this movie. Now for me, this was a movie that I was a bit skeptical on because first off, I understand it was an origin story, but for me, Emma Stone did not seem like the perfect person to play Cruella. But then I saw the movie, and I was so changed by how this movie turned out to be. Because while it is a story about Cruella, it also kind of dives with the other characters that are in the movie. Like the two sidekicks of Cruella that were in the original 101 Dalmatians movie, you actually kind of get personalities with them and kind of actually get them as good people. You actually get to learn more. You actually get to learn about like some twists and turns about her real mom and stuff. And I thought that was kind of interesting in the way that all played out. And so this movie, it also just has some very funny moments. The soundtrack is also a big bop since Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is a movie that I thought was really well put together. And I feel like this movie needs to be appreciated more, and it's actually one of my favorite Disney remakes. Now, this was a movie that a lot of people absolutely hated. For me, I can't really say that. This was a movie that I honestly just loved. Mainly because I watched Halloween 2 and Halloween 2018 a couple days before this movie came out, or at least before I went to go see it. And I was just kind of there just to see what was going to happen with Michael Myers, who is he going to kill, and what is going to happen throughout it. And honestly, it kind of gave me what I wanted. I understand that the story is so much, but I feel like that I liked all of stuff happening. While it does have some issues with it, I loved this movie. It was just a great film. It has a lot of story beats. I can understand that. It has a lot of story beats. But it's definitely worth watching. So, I loved this movie. I don't really know what else to say. It's just a great movie. So that's my review for Halloween. So that's my ranking of all 6 2021 movies that I saw, or at least that I missed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marble6 and my TikTok is RollingFan. If you guys don't know those names, head to my back sections. You can follow me on all social medias. I'm also on Letterboxd. It's the same Instagram of _6_. I'm also on Discord. Same name as Instagram. Don't follow me on Snapchat because I don't do anything on there. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.